What's up, YouTube? First vid back, and I'm spoiling the position like always. Um, this is a double blind game where me and my opponent played blind. The white pieces is a stranger that I met on Omegle, and I play with the black pieces. So we have e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and now bishop c4, the Italian game. So I play bishop c5. Trying to avoid knight f6 and knight c3, the boring. But we get d3, d6, and knight c3, so we go into a symmetrical position anyway after knight f6. Sad. And now bishop g5. My opponent breaks the symmetry with this pin, and I play this move h6. And now I show a variation here because my opponent probably right here after should just play bishop takes f6 after h6, because after the queen takes and the knight jumps in, then the queen has to go back guarding this fork. This is the most comfortable way for white to play from here. But after h6, my opponent wanted to preserve this pin, so he went back and got punished for it with a position that was more complicated than the prior. So we're both playing blindfolded. You want it to be as simple as possible. Um, Especially with me being a little bit higher rated. My opponent told me in the game that he was about 1200, but I don't know what website, so I don't like to put the ratings next to our names in the videos if you don't actually know. Like, if it was the same website, then I could put whatever, Lee Chess, whatever chess.com, but can't know that. So let's not assume our opponent's strength. And I played g5, harassing his bishop, and you shouldn't sacrifice the knight for the two pawns here, because the king hasn't castled kingside yet, so you're not really getting rid of his defense. So after knight h5, there's this crazy line here with where you sacrifice, and it looks like black. It looks like white found something here with the queen attacking the knight and the knight attacking this knight here. But you can actually just take, and then after it takes, you have this crazy move. Bishop takes f2, and after the king takes, the knight takes the rook with check, so the queen has to recapture, and then you can take the knight. Where in the previous line, if you didn't play this bishop takes c2 move and you just took this rook, then this knight here would take your queen, and you would lose the game. So he played knight d5 instead, and after I took an h takes, I played a bishop g4 to pin his knight. He has no h pawn to play h3 to kick me out. So he played queen e2, and this was the essential blunder of the game. He probably should have played just queen to d2, allowing me to ruin his pawn structure, which is already terrible, or just pawn to c3, stopping my knight from jumping in. But he played queen e2, allowing this knight d4 move. And then he played another terrible blunder, queen d2. This just walks right into this fork after bishop takes, pawn takes, and knight takes. It's probably best here to just not even take this bishop, to just play rook g1 and defend this pawn, rather than letting the pawn take and the knight land here to fork your king and your queen. But it was a blindfold game, so he didn't see the fork until the knight landed here on f3, and he played king e2 and took with the king after I captured his queen. And after c6, knight back to c3 and queen f6, he resigned.